What's up, gamers and gearheads? Brittality here with another episode of the Coalition Report, where it's everything gears. So let's get started in today's news. From Epic News, we have the consolidated playlist that we talked about in the last episode. They have consolidated the Forces of Nature. Now you will see Old School. It kind of reminds me of Old School Gears. You start out with Lancer Nasher, Hammerburst Retro, Sawed Off, yeah! And it kind of combines Alpha and Zeta together. The next playlist is the Mercenary playlist that takes place of the We're All Stranded Now game type. You'll only be able to play TDM and King of the Hill on this one, and no parties, folks. There's no secrets. No secrets. So you all saw G4, where Rod Ferguson announced that Gears Judgment will be released March of next year. And why did we get that? All because of Waldo. Yes, the guy with the Gears tattoo. Maybe some of you don't know his name and you only know him by that. So, anyways, and he is one of the heads of the websites I write for, GCon. So we got a little interview with him and got a little insight and a little behind the scenes on the whole Gears tattoo. Alright, Gears fans, we are here with Waldo, as you saw on G4. He got tatted up. Waldo, what's going on, buddy?
Not much.
So we have a few questions for you about the tattoo experience. First question is, was it real?
Yes, it was real. Movie magic kind of had its play in it. It was actually not done that day like everybody supposedly thought. It was kind of like, oh, we found you randomly. They actually found, I got the tattoo Wednesday afternoon, went on the show floor and did the wonderful hell yeah part right after. So the tattoo was done when I was actually on screen at it all the rest of the other times. So.
Oh wow. So how long did it actually take?
It took about 3.5 hours. We got there pretty early because I'm paranoid about stuff like that. So we got there at 1 and it started at about 2:30, and we were there until about 6.
So I mean, did they have the idea put together for you of what you were going to get, or did you have that kind of in the back of your mind as what you wanted for a tattoo?
When they talked to me about it, they said, you can get pretty much whatever you want. They just want you to get, just an omen of some sort. So when I decided on it, I have other tattoos, so I was paranoid about, having it be unique and not look like everybody else's. And so I did some research and came up with, a concept that you can see on the pictures that they posted on the Epic Gamer, which is, just the last day cog tag was, the image that they used for, the cog, and then the inside, a dude actually made a locust skull, I guess it was a sculpture,
Mm-hmm.
Made a locust skull thing, and I found it when I was Google searching, so I was like, ooh, I want this. And so I ended up sending it to the tattoo artist, and they drew it up, and we went from there.
What was the tattoo artist's name?
Yeah, it was Steve Soto. He works for Goodfellas. He's a big name tattoo artist out there, so it was really awesome to have him, do my tattoo, and it was a great experience. He's a lot of fun.
Awesome. So why did you choose to put it on the thigh?
I kind of like not letting everybody know I have tattoos all the time, so it was kind of like to have my own special, I know it's there, but not everybody, randomly meeting me is going to know them. But again, I was on G4, so.
Was that your first time meeting Rod Ferguson at all, or?
No, I had met Rod at E3 when we did the demo. So it was fun, just getting to hang out with Rod and meet him and talk about stuff. And so, while the show was shooting, I was downstairs talking with, all of the Epic main people, Wes Phillips and Cliff Blazinski, and Leet Lauren was down there, and Rod Ferguson, and everybody else. And it was really cool. But then, the guys from Halo called me a douche.
Oh.
So it's kind of funny. They're like, oh, he's right there. Oh, that's awkward.
Did you get to play the Overrun at all?
I actually, Thursday, before I was able to go in for the shooting, I went over to Nerd HQ and met up with Chris Wynn and Josh, who work for Microsoft, and kind of hung out at the Nerd HQ and just played on the backside of the developers and just kind of tested out the game and was playing it, and it was a lot of fun. I got to play the full overrun, so where you get the three, you got 2 emergence holes and the generator.
Mm-hmm. And you got to play the new Islands map, correct?
Yes, that's the one that they had that unlocked for. So the islands is a lot of fun.
Awesome. Is there any new things as far as the game goes, like movement? Is the graphics better? Weapons better?
If you want to talk, the way you look at the graphics is like they use the Gear 3 model for it, so it hasn't like the graphics have really improved much. But movement-wise, like every character has like their own kind of like specialized movement. Like the Corpser can burrow underground, and the Cantus has like this like ghostly strafe that they can do to the side, which I found really cool. Like if you're shooting and all of a sudden you want to get behind a wall, you just strafe to the side and you slide like double the distance across. So it's a cool like dimension, and the weapons they work a lot better. The Lancer doesn't have like the rate of fire has been increased. It's kind of like the Zeta settings, and they made it so your active reload's a lot faster on that. So that's a difference in it. It's like it's not like the god weapon that it is now, but it's still pretty damn powerful. Oh, and then the hammer burst, it can do headshots now. They increase the recoil on it, so if you don't 3-shot burst the weapon, it starts kicking all over the place. And so if you're in that first-person view and you're like rapid firing the controller, your shots are all over the place. You're not being accurate at all. So there's more of a meta game to everything. So they did a lot in changing those dimensions. I like it a lot better because it's more consistent.
Do you see it being a competitive game type at all?
I can see it being a competitive game type. The thing is that it has to be, people have to get in their mind is that the COG, there's no way that the COG are going to shut a team out. Good teams are going to work together and use their strategies to punch through people's defenses and stuff. So it's not like, oh, we're just going to run through and this is going to be easy. And it's like League of Legends where you have to, like, you have lanes and stuff, and but you absolutely have to work together, because otherwise you're going to, like, your entire team is, like, going to get screwed. Like, everyone's like, oh, we're gonna go tickers off the start, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Any shout outs you want to give out there?
I'm gonna give a shout out to GCon and all the staff out there, because, they were really awesome, and it's been a great opportunity, like, getting to go do all this stuff. Shout out to Epic and Microsoft for giving me the opportunity to go out there. It was a lot. They're really awesome to go hang out with if you guys ever get the chance, and if you're at PAX Prime, definitely go try Overrun if you want. It's a more enjoyable game type. Like, I didn't hear anybody really complaining about stuff, so.
Alright, Waldo, well, thank you, and hopefully, maybe we'll have you on the future soon. You'll get another Gears tattoo for us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now on to that competitive news, baby. So, not a lot of competitive news going on today. We are going to talk about NJ Halo because we didn't get to that last time. NJ Halo, guess who wins again? Same winners as COG Vengeance. Slap that. SDA. Burped a little bit there. SDA wins again. And also along with that, Yogurt, who was a member of SDA, also won the 2v2. So he cashed out on that day. Jackpot. So as you also saw in the last episode, the better Kenny, Justin Kenny, left Ambition. We didn't get a reason why, but I tweeted him to try to find out a reason why, and we got one for you today. He said he left because of personal reasons. Again, every Friday I'm going to ask you guys if you have any news for us here to feature. So here's what we got from Twitter. And for next week we have a FanCom question for you guys. What features that are currently in Gears 3 would you like to see in Gears of War Judgment? So, for instance, I would still like to see the mental kick if all the bugs are fixed. I believe it's a really cool feature. I would still like to see that in play. What would you like to see? Please answer in the description below on YouTube, or you guys can tweet me or hit me up on Facebook. You guys are more welcome to do that. We'll feature you and who you are on the Coalition Report. Some more news, a little bit on the personal level. I'm going to take a little selfish time here. My stream has now moved from Twitch to YouTube. I'll be streaming live on YouTube, and for you guys that don't get to catch my streams, maybe you're overseas and you're sleeping while I am poning faces, you guys can still catch that on YouTube, live streaming, baby. So thank you guys for tuning in, and until the cog turns, we'll have some more news for you next week. Beyonce, Beyonce.